a baguette literally right on my butt. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie and today we are back with another dun-dun mukbang. Woo! I'm super excited today because we are going to be eating Cheesecake Factory again. Your girl is back at it with Cheesecake Factory with some rich people shit. I'm just kidding. It's kind of expensive for a meal. Like this was like 50 bucks. But I just want to say before we get started, I want you guys to go follow my girl Alex, my best friend from Korea, on Instagram. I'll link all the details below. Go follow her, go talk to her, go tell her fanny pack sent you, go harass. I'm just kidding, don't do that. But like, y'all, show her some love because she sent me a Cheesecake Factory gift card. This is like the only reason that I'm able to do cheesecake right now because she is so loving, she's so sweet. We were like texting and then she's like, you should do a Cheesecake Factory mukbang with like some real cheesecake, because last time I got like the low carb one and it was some shitty shit. So she's like, go. And then I was like, Alex, like, I'm not shitting money. And she sent me a gift card. She's honestly like the sweetest person ever. Oh, I can't even deal. I'm gonna leave all the details below. Let's just start eating first. I have a cheesecake in the fridge. I got a non-low carb one. Here I have a chicken pasta. This is a tomato, basil, and cheese flatbread. I've got 2 things of wheat bread, and here is the MVP. I've got steak medallions with mashed potatoes and veggies. It's so good. Really? You guys have to try it. Okay, let's try this. It's so good. Thank you so much, Alex. It's a little hot. When I was growing up, like, I used to suck on these. This is the tomato, basil, and cheese flatbread. Are you guys super Asian? Like, growing up, my mom used to always cut our napkins in half. Down here, I have this Korean radish thing I made. There's jalapenos, radishes, onions, garlic. People typically eat this with Korean barbecue, but yeah, Alex is from Korea. You guys are gonna be hearing a lot about Alex just because, I don't know, we love each other. Is that weird? Here's the steak. I got it medium rare. It's a little, it's more like medium well. That's okay. One of the biggest things that me and my fiance don't get along about, sorry, let me just eat a little before we get into some story times, is he hates steak. He hates any raw beef, especially steak. Like, he says he just can't appreciate like medium rare steak. For me, like Cheesecake Factory, this is really good. But if you go to like a real steakhouse, I don't order steak sauce. I don't dip it in mashed potatoes. Like, just steak by itself, so well seasoned, so well seared. Like, there's nothing like it for me. Like, so today's small story time is gonna be about the time that my mom found out that I lost my virginity, and she found out in public and reacted so horribly. Like, I was so embarrassed. I'll leave a timestamp. But let's just talk about my dad, you know? Everyone always Instagram messages me to like ask me about my dad. Why do you never talk about your dad? You always talk about your mom, your sister, your freaking cousins. You never talk about your dad. My dad lives in Korea, by the way. I love my dad. I think he's a great dad. It's just that he wasn't really around when I was growing up. Not in like, I think most dads aren't around. Like, most people who have fathers who aren't around, they're not like, well, from what I've experienced, it's never because like the dad doesn't give a crap, you know? It's because like the dad is busy trying to make money for the family, right? And so that was kind of the situation with my dad. He was always working. But people ask, like, are you a hoe because you have daddy issues? Or do you like older men because you have daddy issues? My sister is going to get so mad if she watches this because she has a closer relationship with my dad because growing up, she's 6 years older than me. So she grew up around him. And then sometime in my childhood, he left for Korea and started working in Korea. So I don't really know him as much as she does or have like as close of a bond with him. Is that I think I have daddy issues. Like, I genuinely think so. I feel like I like older men because I feel like I'm taken care of. Not that I wasn't taken care of growing up. Like, my mom was so supportive. She was always there for me. She was an amazing mother. Like, let me just be clear. They're amazing parents. Of course, they did some crazy things and maybe things that they regret. I wish they hadn't done. But overall, they were amazing parents. They always try to put me first. My mom is a little bit like, she's like a little girl at heart. So she loves to gossip with me. So I felt like I had more of like a friendship with her. And my mom is the type where if she was stressed out about something, you knew something was happening. Like, she would tell you, or her energy would be so different. So I wasn't like really shielded from like life, adult stuff when I was growing up. Like, if something was going on, she would tell me about it. Even though it's like considered adult stuff, kids don't have to worry about it. So I just felt like I never had someone who fully took care of me. And then I started dating older guys, and I felt like I got that back. Like, I felt like they were taking care of me. Like, tell me if you guys feel the same way. I hope this doesn't come off so wrong. I love him because he's my dad, but not because I know him as a person. Like, I know him as my dad, you know? But I don't really know him. Like, my mom, I know her. I know what food she likes. I know what food she doesn't like. I know stuff about her, and I love her as a human. But my dad, I don't know. I didn't even, like, know his favorite color. I just love him because he's my dad. Is this too deep for my channel? Probably. He does not know that I was a hoe growing up, okay? He thought that I was, like, one of those nerdy Asian kids who got good grades. I did get good grades, but he didn't know I was, like, doing stuff on the side, doing some extracurricular activities, you feel me? I feel like my mom knew, but she didn't want to admit it to herself. So in, like, high school, growing up, she always let me have guys over because this was her thought. I always got caught sneaking out, but there were times where I didn't get caught. So my mom was thinking, like, if I let this girl sneak out, she's wandering around in the middle of the night, she could get kidnapped, like, something completely horrible could happen to her. You just never know. Shall I take a big bite of this chewy steak? So juicy, but so chewy. Once I was, like, in high school, or they'd be alone in my room with the door closed. So I always felt like my mom kind of knew. Like, we're in high school. Like, I'm not upstairs smoking Smarties and, like, doing English homework with this hot guy. I'm upstairs smoking weed and, like, doing this hot guy, you know? But apparently, she didn't know. One time, oh my god, my sister knows about my YouTube channel, so, like, I'm just, like, a little bit nervous. Like, what if my mom finds this video? I was in bed with an ex-boyfriend of mine, and we had, like, the covers on us because my mom was home. And, oh my god, I always use this excuse. I went to a really competitive high school, and at this point, I started dating guys who did really well in school. Okay, I don't think I'm a gold digger. I think I'm an ambition digger. Like, guys with ambition, that's my kryptonite. I don't know why, it just gets me going so much. Like, guys who have, like, a vision of their future, like, visionaries, that's the word. I just love guys who are motivated. So a lot of my ex-boyfriends were pretty smart in school at this point. That's just the type that I liked, and you'd always come to my house, and I always took naps after school because the school, again, like, super competitive, super hard high school. I would never sleep. Like, I would sleep like 2-3 hours a night. When they'd come over, I'd be like, oh, like, we're gonna study together, but first we're gonna take a nap. And my mom would be like, oh yeah, for sure, take a nap. Like, you guys must be so tired from all your AP classes. we'd be like, oh, we're taking a nap. And I used to have these blackout curtains in my windows. Like, they were black curtains, literally black. I'd close them, it'd be pitch black in my room. We got under the covers, and we were doing some nasty stuff, okay? We weren't napping. We were doing some geometry, okay? We were trying to find X, you know? We were trying to find the right angle. Are y'all catching what I'm throwing down? We were doing it. And so we're doing it, and then my mom knocks on the door, and we're just like, we kind of freeze. Like, we're still clothed, you know? We're just under the covers. And I look at him, and he's like, shh. And then we pretend like we're sleeping, and she opens the door, and this flood of light just comes in from the hallway. And she's like, are you tired? I'm so sorry. Like, you have a friend waiting for you downstairs. It's like, a friend? We weren't expecting, like, any more friends to come over. And I was like, who? And it was one of my ex-boyfriend's friends. I guess he invited him. I don't know. I wasn't gonna do them both. Like, I don't know why he invited him. I guess to study together, okay? And then she's like, just come downstairs and, like, say hi. Or, like, do you want to, like, make him come upstairs? And I was like, you see, the problem here is that I am butt naked. Like, from the bottom down. I am just airing out my secret garden, playing geometry with my ex-boyfriend, who cheated on me ultimately, guys, by the way. So she's like sitting on the edge of the bed on my side, like, rubbing my hair, like, you must be so tired, like, you look so tired. While there was, like, a baguette literally right on my butt. Just bare, skin to skin, baguette to butt. It was just right there. Just... Okay, that's inappropriate, Stephanie. Calm down. We're about to eat this. And I don't even think it was this big. I'm just kidding. I'm just throwing shade because he cheated on me. So I was like, yeah, I just need to, like, pee. I just want 5 more minutes. Can you just tell him to wait in the living room? If she, like, opens the covers, the blankets of my bed, I'm screwed. The game is over. The gig is up. The jig is up. Thankfully, she didn't. She went downstairs, told him to wait in the living room. And one time, nobody was supposed to be home. You guys are all gonna hate me. Like, guys, I already know I'm going to hell, okay? Like, one time, I thought me and this guy were home alone. This guy was my ex-boyfriend, okay? We did a lot of crappy stuff. And I didn't think anybody else was home, right? And so I had my room door open, and we started kind of like touching each other's no-no spots with the door open, with the lights on. My mom was supposed to be out having dinner with her friends, but she wasn't. She was home. How do I know she was home? Oh my god, sorry. My camera stopped recording, damn it. You guys know your girl Stephanie is loud, okay? I'm loud when I'm eating. I'm loud when I'm talking. I'm also loud when I'm exercising with men, okay? And so I didn't think anyone was home. I'm sitting there exploring his no-no places. He's touching my little Skittles. Noises are happening, okay? Noises are a thing. And when you're a high schooler, you're not really left with a chance to be alone with a boy at a house, like in the comfort of your home, not in a freaking car in the back of a school parking lot. What? Am I the only hoe out there? I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm gonna let myself run wild. So I'm making a little bit of noise, or a lot of bit of noise, because nobody is supposed to be home. And then all of a sudden, I hear my mom scream my name in Korean. And I'm like, what in the actual hell? What in the fresh hell is this? I'm in the process of getting butt naked, just showing myself, bearing myself to Jesus. Like, hey, God, look at my butt. I'm about to let this boy touch it. Like, and I hear my mom's voice screaming my Korean name. So I freak out. I'm like, oh my God, that's it. She heard everything. Game over. I'm screwed. So I go to her room. I quickly put on clothes. And I go to her room. And she's laying in bed. And I'm like, Mom, I thought you went to like go to get dinner with your friends. And she's like, no, I have the biggest headache. I took tons of medicine and I fell asleep. I'm just like, oh my God, Mom, you look so tired. Like, you should go back to sleep. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, why'd you wake up? And then she's like, are you okay? And then I was like, yeah. And then she's like, is anybody at our house? Do you have any friends over? And I'm like, And she's like, are you guys okay? You guys were like screaming. And I was like, yeah, we're fine. And she's like, what are you guys doing? And I thought she was getting suspicious. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't let her get suspicious. So I tell the woman who birthed me, everything's fine. We're just tickling each other. Tickling each other? Like, how did I think it was okay? Like, so I told my grown-ass mom that me and this horny high school boy were just tickling each other, when in reality we were tickling each other's genitals. And she believed it. I don't know if she was so hopped up on flu medicine, but she believed it, you guys. Let's go into the story about how she found out that I lost my virginity. So I'm just giving you a background because of all of these things, like, you would think that she knows that I'm no longer a virgin, you know? Plus, on the side, like, I was dressing like the flat version of a Hooters girl. Like, that was me. So I wasn't like a very conservative little kid growing up. I just assumed that my mom didn't know and she was trying to run away from these facts. She was in denial until one day, me and my mom at one of like the most classy establishments in Georgia. It's one of the most high-end malls there. Ta-da! Look at it, it's so pure. So we're like walking through the mall and she's like asking me like, do you not get a new boyfriend? This cheesecake is so cheesy. I'm so full. Maybe I should have started with the cheesecake. It just melts. So this actually happened when I started dating my fiance, who was my new boyfriend at the time. And so she's like, do you like your new boyfriend? My fiance. And I was like, yeah, I really do. And she's like, you know, I like him too. Like, he seems like a really stand-up type of guy. And I was like, he really is. Like, he's nothing like my ex-boyfriend. And then she's like, she looks at me like a little 16-year-old girl. And she goes, and this was, by the way, like, I was of legal age at this point. And she goes, do you think he's the one you're gonna lose it to? And so at this point, I'm so shocked that my mom thinks that I'm a virgin that I bust out laughing. I don't know what happened. You know when you're just caught in such a weird predicament? And there's no way that you can lie to her because that's just too big of a lie. To tell your mama, Mama, I ain't never had no man inside me. When you have seen a variety of genitals just flying through the world, like your eyes have been opened multiple times. It's just like... So I just started busting out laughing because also a part of me is like, no, she's joking. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, she's your mom. Why would you think that she knows, you know? But it's just like the dynamic that me and my mom have. Like, we're very open. She's very like westernized. She's not your typical Asian mom. And so I just thought she knew all along. So I'm laughing and she's looking at me. And I remember this so vividly. We're walking into Nordstrom's. I'm laughing, we're walking into Nordstrom's, and she slows down, and I'm like, Mom, like, what are you doing? And I'm still laughing, busts out crying, bawling in the middle of this very nice public mall, one of the finer establishments in Georgia, busting out crying, just, like, I get my cries from my mom. Okay, I'm not a pretty crier, and neither is my mom, no offense, but I got it from my mama. Like just going insane. And we walk into Nordstrom's. She's like slowly walking while crying, and I'm just like kind of walking faster because, you know, at the same time I love my mom, but like I ain't really trying to embarrass myself like that right now. So I'm walking a little bit faster, and we enter into Nordstrom's, and we're in the shoe area. The women's shoe area is like the first thing that we come across on the left. My mom goes to the shoe area, grabs a Tory Burch flat. I remember this so vividly. A Tory Burch flat. And just, what do I have? I'm stacking this plate thing up on fruit strips. It was so low, but if I do this, now it's high. Behind the scenes of mukbang. She grabs a Tory Burch slipper. Like all the thing crying. She's crying because she found out I lost my virginity in the middle of Nordstrom. Wait, was that right? I didn't lose my virginity in the middle of Nordstrom. She's crying in the middle of Nordstrom is what I'm trying to say. And the entire time I'm so embarrassed, but at the same time I feel so bad for my mom. Like, but shoot. I wish I lied to her. I wish I could have lied to her. But I just felt like it's so much more disrespectful to lie to her. Well, I killed most of it. I still have half this cheesecake left, but I think I'm gonna save it for later tonight. I'm so full. I ate so much today. I hit a new low when I was at Cheesecake Factory and I ordered all of this to go, and the lady who was helping me, she's like, oh, lunch with the girls? What girls? These girls? Yeah, lunch by myself. And she gave me like 5 utensils. I ordered like 3 entrees, or 2 entrees, an appetizer, and a dessert. And she gave me 5 utensils. 5. Like what? Do girls in LA not eat anything? I'm just wondering. 5 utensils? Like, that's so insane. Yeah, but maybe next time I might just do cheesecakes, because I feel like with Cheesecake Factory, you eat so much, like their portions are super big, so you end up eating so much food, and then when it comes to dessert, you don't eat as much because it's just so sweet. So maybe I'll just do like a cheesecake dessert mukbang from Cheesecake Factory, because Alex, the sweetest human being on this planet, gave me enough to like literally go back to Cheesecake a million times. She is so sweet. Go follow them and let me know that you follow them. I just think it'll be cool because this is like my first time actually having like a really good friend, and I want her to, like, YouTube is my life, okay? I don't do anything but YouTube. Like, I don't do anything without vlogging or eating or like posting or editing or like taking shitty Instagram pictures. Like, it's my life, and I finally have like a really, really good friend that I want to introduce to you guys, and I want her to be a part of my life. And since this is my life, I want us to like be one big circle. I honestly am trying to get her to start her own channel because she's hilarious. Like, if you guys think my story times are funny, like, this girl is on a whole nother level. I'll be back tomorrow with another mukbang and some crazy story times. After yesterday's stupid ass story time, I wanted to do something a little bit more chill, so you guys don't think that I'm completely idiota all the time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.